So cross stitch is a wonderful way of adding embellishments to our work without us having to work those colors as we making our panel. So there will be few charts where you will have different colors crosses. So those square marked with crosses needs to be cross stitched after the panel is completed. So this is the bow one here, and we will cross stitch the little stars in mustard. You will have also cross stitch on the bubble pattern, you see. So we've got the inside of the bubble is cross stitch and the snowflakes around. Obviously the bow, you can see here how it looks, and we also have a bit of cross stitch on our holly leaf, here. So the actual berries are cross stitched. So it's just easiest way of adding embellishment to our work without having lots of small oddments of yarn to carry them with us to work those embellishments as intarsia or stranded. So double crochet, US single crochet, it's a perfect stitch to make cross stitch because it gives us a perfect square, which is perfect to work a cross stitch. To work your cross stitch, you will need your yarn and your tapestry needle as well. So I've got my tapestry needle here and I've got my yarn. So feed your yarn through your tapestry needle and we are ready to start. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my camera down a little bit so you can see a lot better. So if we look at the chart of where we need to place our little cross stitches. So let's start with the square, which is the 5th, on a 5th stitch from the beginning. So that's 6 row on row 6 and 5th stitch. So let's find it first. So this is our, oops. So this is our chainless foundation here, and we have to go row 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see the front loops of every single stitch. So that's the easiest way of counting them. So that's our 6th row, and then we have to work onto the 5th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the stitch that we need to work. So if we look at it, it forms a square. The square has 4 points, you see? We're going to start from back to front, insert a needle into the bottom right point. And now we're going to enter our needle from front to back into the left top point. So you see, so to cross over our square. Okay, now we're going to back, our needle is at the back again, so we're going to go from back to front in the right top corner, you see, of our stitch. So we're always working, oops, in the corners of our stitch. And then to finish, we have to cross over, which means we're going to be going into the left bottom corner. So this one here. See? And this is our cross stitch. What is important in cross stitch, that the top leg of your cross always crosses the same way. So my one goes this way. So my one goes to my right. So all my cross stitches have to be crossed to the right. Now, if we look at our next stitch, so our next cross stitch is the one here. So we've just done this one, so our next one is here. So basically, it will be this stitch here. And again, we're gonna go from the bottom right to the top left, now you can either go from bottom left to top right or top right to bottom left. Both of them are correct. Your top stitch just needs to cross in a right way. Let me just loosen this up. Now the key here is not to pull them tight. Make sure they are nice and plumptious, so you don't want them tight. You see, but they're all following the same direction. So the next one is this one here. So it will be this stitch here, this square here. Again. Bottom right. Top left. And then either bottom left and top right, or the other way around. It doesn't matter because it all works in the same way, you see? As long as the stitches cross in the correct way. And then a fourth one of this little star is the one right here on top. So we're going to have this stitch exposed, and we're going to work our next one here. See? So in, and this is our little star made. So at the back we're going to weave in our end, because we don't want to carry it to our next star because it's too far up. So we're going to weave in into our stitches. I usually do 3 stitches. And then back on myself, omitting 1 stitch. So I'm going to omit this stitch and back down those 2 here. And that will do. Again, don't pull it too tight. You want to have a relaxed tension. And then do the same with the bottom thread, with the starting thread. And that's how you do your cross stitch. You see, very easy, and it just adds such a nice touch of color, and it's such an easy way of adding embellishment. Okay, so in the next tutorial I will show you how to join your squares and how to add the edging of the blanket.